Unmute. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Lasham Daily Briefing, Thursday, 18th of April. So we start off with the synoptics, as usual. So this is midnight last night. High pressure now building out in the Atlantic, which is going to give us some really nice weather over the weekend, I think. A couple of fronts, low pressure fronts, we just need to get rid of over the next couple of days. But it's going to be nice weather today to start off with. If we run through to midday today, this low pressure that sat to the north of Scotland is dragging a couple of fronts along the leading edge of it. And that's what's going to affect us today in that we can't really go as much north as we would like. So the better part of the country is definitely going to be the south side. It running through to tomorrow. Cold front's gone through by midday. Nice northerly flow. So tomorrow could be a very, very good day. Okay, spot winds today indicating flying height of 260 or variable pretty well, and the wind on the ground is pretty well variable. So we will be setting up runway 27 as of yesterday. And here see the cloud. Here's the cloud associated with that occlusion, and obviously we're down on the south coast here, and it's definitely going to be the better area. We're going to be relatively free of the upper cloud throughout the whole day. Actual rain at the moment, just a rain associated with that occlusion and nothing in our area. Forecast rain is going to be clear where we are until around about 5 o'clock. If I run it through, the rain comes down very quickly, that last little bit. So this is around about 4 o'clock local, and we could actually get hit by a bit of rain, and it may cause issue for the evening group tonight, but I hope it doesn't. Local forecast, nice and sunny throughout the morning, Q or cloud throughout the afternoon, and some upper cloud coming in later on this evening. And the wind variable pretty well all the day, 3 knots. Gusting 5 knots, like that sort of forecast. Top forecast today, temperature today can be around about 11, and the dew point's going to be down at around about 2 or 3 degrees. If you're outside the window, strata Q popping around now. It's all low, stuffed about 800 feet at the moment. But I don't expect us to get real sorbal Q here till about midday. Currently, temperature outside 6 degrees, dew point down at 3. No rain overnight again, of course, and a very light winds. Odium is indicating 7 knots from the north-northwest, few clouds at 1,000 feet, which is what we've got at the moment. And later on, 5 knots from the north, 10k or more, few clouds at 1,600 feet. It's going to be better than that. Let's see what Farnborough say. Currently 5 knots from the west, becoming 8 knots from the northwest, few clouds at 2,500 feet. Becoming later on 12-knot winds from the west. Top meteo projected distance today. You can see really the south part of the country is the place to be. Any further north, you there start to run into that cloud from the occlusion that's coming down. And I think south of Oxford is a good area, maybe even down the south coast. Could be some convergence there a little bit later. Sky sight is indicating local thermals here up to about 4 knots by about 12:30, only to about 3,000 feet though. So you need to get away from here for the thermal heights to go up. And it's going to increase as the day goes on, even to only 3,500 foot here above ground. But on the south coast, I mentioned earlier, it's going to be good. The wind's 5 knots, variable, pretty well anywhere between 2.5, 3.3, 2.7 variable throughout the day. I put this slide in just to show the convergence. This is around about 3 o'clock this afternoon. So you can see the south coast convergence. If I run it any further than that, it starts to run north in towards the Gatwick area. So that's not going to be any good particularly. But so there is forecast convergence anywhere along the south coast. And no TAMs today. Usual sort of danger areas. This one here, there's a Crawley, so it's inside the Gatwick zone. So nothing of any real effect. So operationally today then, we are going to be disturbed by 2 movements today. EasyJet inbound at 12:17. That's likely to slip to about 12:30. Always does. It's due to leave Gatwick at 12. So we know what it's like getting out of Gatwick. And there's a twin inbound at 250. We'll set up on runway 27 like yesterday, dry grass operation. Club grid, if you don't want to take an aerotow from the club site or a winch launch, club grid will be on the grass north. Variable wind throughout the day. Better conditions south of Didcot. Local cloud base around about 3,500 feet. A K13 available for the casual list all day. Remaining two-seaters and single seats are all fully booked except SH4. That's going to be a nice day if people want to get that out. Can we please have 5 people go to the workshop via the hangar to help rig the Falk? A request, please, from the workshop. Caution, the field is drying out nicely, but again, please be careful about excessive fuel break, wheel break on the runway. And the buggy radios all working fine. Thank you. The actual booking list is full, as you can see. Alan and Bob are pretty well running the show when it comes to instructing. And there's the SH4 I was telling you available. And we've got a very, very healthy casual list. We'll swap and change gliders as we can to accommodate them to the best of our ability. So set up today, then we're going to be on the south side. Winch will be a little bit further up the field because of any possible drifting cables towards 2XL, but the launch point will be at the usual place and the grid to the grass north. I don't think Cloudbase is going to get high enough to launch a sensible grid till 12, maybe after that. I could be wrong. I don't think it will be, but I put the cables deliberately on the south side that we don't have too many issues with tugs and the like coming out, because we'll aerotow on the north side and winch on the south side of the runway. The cables can actually come up the side of the grass as normal. So the wind is indicating north-northwest, but it's going to be pretty well variable throughout the day. Okay, thanks very much. I'll see you guys on the airfield. I'll set up the launch point vehicle now on runway 27. And please, if 5 of you can go via the workshop on the way to the hangar, they'd truly appreciate it. Thanks for your help. Bye.